Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Zach, and today I will be talking to you about maximizing your extracurricular benefits. And before we get started, I just wanted to say I chose this topic not just because I want you all to succeed, but because I know you all are capable of succeeding. So, as it stands today, the class of 2027 has around 100 days until college applications open and the fight begins. And for many students, this process will reveal a hard truth. Simply being involved in clubs is no longer enough to find out. In this class alone, we've got a wide variety of students involved in extracurricular activities, whether it's Science Olympiad, HOSA, Skills USA, or community clubs like BSU, Asian American, and even sports like soccer, wrestling, and track. But participation alone sometimes isn't what makes a strong application or even a meaningful experience. According to an article by Olympus College Prep, a major application assistance forum, colleges and scholarship programs are increasingly looking for leadership, initiative, and impact, rather than passive involvement. From my own experience joining clubs and stepping into leadership roles, I've seen how leadership creates opportunities that simpler participation just doesn't. High school students should pursue leadership roles in extracurricular activities because it builds real-world experience, improves college and scholarship opportunities, and develops long-term personal growth. First, I'll explain why participation alone isn't enough. Then I'll explain how leadership improves your opportunities, and finally, I'll show how leadership shapes your future and what happens if you decide to take action or not. Being involved in activities is the first great step, but if everyone is involved, what actually separates one student from another? Participation alone is not enough to stand out. Today, many students are involved in extracurricular activities, which makes simple participation very common. According to the National Association for College Admission Counseling, one of the major counseling websites which help out all students around the world, leadership and initiative are key distinguishing factors among applicants, carrying similar weight to grades and test scores. That just means that being a member of a club doesn't separate you from other students. Leadership creates a clear difference. Participants follow instructions while leaders organize, plan, and make decisions. Leadership shows responsibility, initiative, and problem-solving skills. However, many students avoid leadership because they underestimate themselves. This can be called the Dunning-Kruger effect, which was declared by the Decision Lab, which is a leadership server where other leaderships and programs are looking for people to step up. People that underestimate themselves think that these roles are only for top students or the most popular kids in their school. In reality, many organizations struggle to find leaders willing to step up. According to a Forbes article describing the leadership deficit, there's a growing need of people to take initiative. So if participation alone isn't enough, the next question is, what actually gives students an advantage? Leadership is the solution that improves opportunities. First, leadership strengthens college applications. In this graphic, presented by Delta Institute's 2025, colleges value students who show initiative, responsibility, and independence. Leadership roles demonstrate real involvement rather than just showing up. Second, leadership increases scholarship opportunities. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, many scholarships specifically look for leadership and community involvement. Students with leadership experience are more competitive for financial awards. Third, leadership builds real-world skills. A study from the Journal of Leadership Education showed that students in leadership roles develop communication, organization, and teamwork skills. These skills are essential for college, jobs, and future careers. Here on this image, I have a graph depicting from College Vine, which shows some of the most important sections of an application you need for college. So the extracurricular profile, which includes all the opportunities and leadership positions, is actually the biggest percentage of this graph, 30%, which is more than college essays, which are only 25%, and grades and coursework, which are 20%. Here I have an image where, on this chart, you can see key relationships between the number of activities and the amount of time students dedicate. This graph is made by Keystone Bachelor Studies at education.com, who cover undergraduate degrees. On the left side of this image, students who only do one or two activities have more time but have less diversity compared to students that have more activities. On the right side, students who try to do too many activities don't have enough time to fully commit to leadership positions. The middle shows ideal balance, where students are involved in a few activities but dedicate enough time to grow, contribute, and take on leadership roles. And that's the key. Leadership requires time, commitment, and consistency. You can't be a leader if you're spreading yourself too thin. So far, I've talked about what leadership can do for your opportunities, your college applications, scholarships, and future success. But leadership doesn't just change what's on paper, it changes who you are as a person. The choice to lead or not directly shapes your future. If students choose not to take leadership roles, they often blend in with others who have similar levels of participation. They miss out on building confidence and importance in real-world skills, and they limit their ability to make an impact. On the other hand, if students choose to take their leadership roles, they stand out by showing initiative and responsibility. They build confidence by making decisions, leading others, and solving real-world problems. They also create opportunities, not just for themselves, but for others they influence and lead. And the difference really comes down to action. Leadership isn't just being about perfect. It starts with the small steps like volunteering, organizing, or simply speaking up. Every student has the ability to take initiative, but only those who act will actually see the benefits. Overall, the difference between standing out and blending in often comes down to one decision, whether you decide to lead or stay passive. Today, I explained why simple participation is no longer enough to stand out, how leadership creates real opportunities like stronger applications and scholarships, and how taking initiative shapes your confidence and impact on others. As college applications get closer, don't just be another name that stands on a roster. Step up, take initiative, and become someone who leads, stands out, and helps others do the same. Thank you.